Hi everybody, it's me. I have to close my door here. Hello. Thought I'd do a wee Saturday chat with Nat, and I'm doing some creating some inserts for myself for my cash stuffing. Just inserts that are specific to the things that I need. So, well, of course, I've brought up things like birthdays, antivirus, life insurance. I've got them all out of order because took me ages to work out how to print 4 A6 on 1 A4 page. I worked it out that you just have 4 A4 pages, but print out 4 to a page and it shrinks it down to A6, which was fine. I had done a whole lot of them. That was great. Everything was rosy. And then I went back into it because I remembered some more categories, only I hadn't set my page up, and I did about, 20, 25, all on a single A4 page each. Totally waste of flipping paper. So that was a bit annoying. So I'm just putting them into A6. We laminate thingamajiggers, and then I've got my wee, hopefully this doesn't drop. Got my wee laminator, and ignore everything in the background. I'm literally trying to do out this room so that I can get some sort of like sofa bed or something in it and have it as my wee office and stuff as well. Oh, look at me, I haven't got a bra on. You can flip see. State of me. Anyway, so I thought I would just do this wee Saturday chat with Nat and bring us all up to date with the last, is it 2 years or something like that? So, what's been happening? Well, number one, I haven't really been doing an awful lot of, I've been doing no videos. So, I've been trying to do a couple of different things, and it's really not me. This is me. I love crafting. I love planning. I love doing my budgeting. So that's it. I'm sticking with Natalie budgets. That's it from here on in. No more messing about with different things. It just isn't me. So what has changed in the last 2 years or so? Well, my weight for one, which is believe I've lost 53 pounds. Well, as of today, 52. Well, just over 50 pounds. At my worst, and when it really hit me and when I really decided to do something about it, I was 240 pounds. I was a house side, 17 stone for those in old money. I was a house side, absolutely awful. And the thing about it was, I knew I was fat. I knew I was into sort of like a size UK 2022-ish, and stretching some of that at times. But there wasn't one single part of me that was so big that it was egregious, that it was like, oh my God, I got to do something. Do you know what I mean? So it took me to hit a scale record of 240 pounds for me to realize this has got to stop. So it would have been March 23. You might have seen a couple of videos at the time about my saxenda journey and all that. I went on the saxenda, the ozempic. Quite honestly, it was either that or surgery, and I didn't want to do surgery because that's permanent. Although having said that, these injections and staying on this is probably pretty permanent, and I'll tell you why in a wee second. So I lost about 20-30 pounds relatively quickly on the saxenda. Now there was some pretty shite. Let me take that away, it looks terrible. pretty awful side effects at times. You know, a couple of wee accidents and stuff in the house and whatever, you know, it's awful. A lot of being sick and whatever. But the weight was coming off, and you know, I was doing the regime, going up each week. And then around about 12 weeks, I kind of started to feel hungry again, or I kind of felt that it wasn't really doing anything. And it's relatively expensive, so, you know, over £200 a month. So I was like, well, I'm not going to spend money on that if, you know, I'm not getting the benefit and I'm not losing the weight and whatever, right? So like I said, it was about £30 down at this point. So I came off it for about 3 months or so, maybe a bit longer. 3 months, I suppose, with nothing. And then I thought I have to go back on this again. I put 20 pounds on within about 3 or 4 weeks. That's how bad that was with coming off it. Weight went straight back on again. So I've actually lost 70 pounds if you take the 20 pounds that went back up. So went back up to about, I've got this, put this in skew width. I went back up to about 220, 218, it was 218 again. And I says, there's no way I am putting this weight back on. So I'd gone from 240 down to about 210, no, 208 or something. Yeah, about 208, and then it went up to about 218 or something like that there. Whatever it was, it just started creeping back on again. And I was like, no way. So I didn't really want to go on the ozempic again because it was a daily injection. So I thought at this point, right, well, maybe I'll switch to wegovy and do a weekly injection. With the weekly injection, again, that started off really well, and I took that 10, 20 pounds back off again. I must have put on more than 218. I did, I think I put on more than 218, but then it got back down to about 218 once it settled down. Something like that anyway. It was awful anyway. And so I started tracking my weight again from about 218. That's what it was. I started tracking again from about 218. And hope you don't mind me doing all this while we're talking. So I did all that. Again, you lose it relatively quickly in the first few weeks, but it started to slow down. But what I realized was the weight loss started to slow down, but I was still feeling full and, not hungry and whatever. And I try to only eat one good meal a day. I don't need to have a breakfast, maybe have a small lunch or a big lunch and a very, very small dinner. But really it's only one meal a day. That's all I can do. And even then I still can't eat like a full plate or anything. But my weight loss for the past, so that was back, so I did that sort of back in October. I started tracking from October again, from 218. And from then till now, so that's almost a year, I've taken off about 32 pounds in the course of a year. So it's really, really slowed down. But here's the kicker. I don't think I can come off it, because what it's doing is, even if it isn't making me actively lose. Now, the other thing I'll say is I'm not doing anything else. Like I'm not doing big exercises, or anything like that. It's just eating what I want, but I don't eat a lot of it. I still have a glass of wine and all that good stuff. Still have the odd jar of ice cream, but I only have one eating session, maybe with another wee snack kind of thing, right? So so what I'm pretty much doing is I'm losing about £1 a month right now, roughly. Like there'll be a couple of months where I don't lose anything, and then I'll go through a wee period. Sometimes I have a wee period where my tummy just will not settle at all. And then I'll maybe lose a couple of pounds because of that. But about £1 a month. So I've about another, comfortably, what am I now? I am now 188.89. So I've gone from 240 to 188.89. So I'm in the 13s. So I'd like to lose at least 1 more stone, definitely, but maybe 1.5 stone. So about another £20. If I can get down to about 12.5 stone, which is about 170, just over 170 pounds, I would be very, very happy, and I would be happy to call it quits at that. But the problem is, and this is the thing, you can't just come off it, and you can't just say, oh, I've lost all my weight, come off the drug. Because unfortunately, as I have realised, the hunger just comes back with a vengeance. So what I might try and do when I've lost as much as, you know, I kind of want to, I'll come down, and I'll come down the levels until I can find one where I'm still feeling not hungry, where I'm still feeling that I'm you know, satiated, eating 1 a day. And then I was going to do my face and my hair and everything, and, you know, come back on and be absolutely gorgeous and stuff like that there. But no, I'm sitting here in an old top, jogging bottoms, and I'm just fattening around because I've been doing this all day. I've been having fun. I've been bringing joy to myself by playing about with my old laminator, which I've had for years, and these little laminating pouches, and I'm just having fun with myself crafting, you know what I mean? And playing shop, as I call it. I'm playing shop because basically my budget is my wee shop. I don't mean a shop like a physical shop or anything. I don't mean online shops or anything like that. I'm not going to get Etsy or anything like that. I just mean, I grew up with my father as a newsagent, and like from, you know, a relatively young age, I would help my daddy on a Sunday count all the money for the week, and I used to just love all that. Loved counting the money, loved doing the accounts, the ins and outs, the credits, the debits, all that good stuff. Loved doing that with him. And so that's what I call playing shop, you know what I mean? Just doing all my numbers, and that's why I love doing budgeting and everything. So that's the main thing in terms of the weight. I'm on wegovy, I'm on the highest dose. I'm not losing drastic amounts of weight now. I'm in that maintenance phase, but even with the maintenance phase, I'm doing nothing drastic with exercise or anything like that. Like I say, I'm losing about £1 or so a month, give or take, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that process because I have tried everything previously in the past with the shakes and every diet and whatever, and when you lose it too fast, you know, it just comes back on again with a vengeance. And in this way, I've enjoyed allowing myself the patience for it to come off slowly, you know what I mean? And I'm giving myself a wee pat on the back that I'm trying not to be impatient about it. And I'm just like, okay, well, this is it now. This is just, you know, you'll get your wee scale victories every now and again when you know, go down into the next sort of tens and whatever. So, you know, when I went from, and the thing about it was, I was stuck for ages at about 205. Stuck for ages at about 200. I just could not get below it, and then I was a wee bit ill, and it sort of came down a wee bit, and now I'm sort of hovering around the 190, sort of 188, 190, depending on what I'm eating and whatever. You know, if I have any treats or cheats or anything like that. And I'm not even calling it cheats because I'm just eating what I want, but I'm just letting it come off slowly now. So but I'm okay with that because I'll know I'll get down past, you know, this period in a month or so. You know, something will happen, and, you know, it'll just come off, and then I'll go for another you know, the next sort of 5 pound slot that'll hover around for a while and stuff as well. And that's okay. You know, that's the one thing I've learned, is it's okay to wait. It's okay to let it come off in its own time now, you know. So that's the weight we're on. Oh God, I'm 15 minutes in already, for flip's sake. I'm like. So anyway, next week then I'll catch up on the next Saturday chat with Nat. I have to get a wee jingle going for that. I'll catch it up on the house and where I am with the house and whatever. But so this will be the weight loss update, where I am, where I'm going and whatever. So like I said, about another 20 odd pounds I'd like to, can you see any difference? I don't know, guys. I don't have too many videos up of meal stuff, but I started this channel back in 2016, right? And I think I was about 208 or so pounds, and I wanted to get it all off, and I was going through all my shakes and doing all that, right? And there's one video that's still got up about me eating a whole packet of Werther's sugar-free. Don't. But that one there, I think I got down to something like, oh my God, it was my lowest weight at the time, you know, and it was still about 190 something pounds, 195 or 98 or something pounds. And I'm 188. And I'm like, I've never been this low since I've had my channel, since I've had this YouTube channel. I've never been this light. And that's since 2016. So that's 8 years. It's taken me 8 years to finally start losing weight. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm delighted. My top half is the size, UK size 14, 16. Comfortable 16. Could I get away with a 14? Yeah, my mum's the size 12 and she's given me a few wee things, and I can start to get into them a little bit. You know, she's maybe given me a couple of 14s and, you know, they're okay on me. Bottom half, I would still say I'm a good 18. You know, my tummy still hasn't gone down. My legs have shrunk. My backside has shrunk. But my tummy hasn't shrunk. You know what I mean? Like, oops, excuse me. All this is still jiggly, buggly and whatever. So I've still got a lot of work to do there. But that'll hopefully be the next 20 pounds. Because, as I say, it's come off... like it's come off here, it's come off a wee bit here, although not a lot, you know. Like I say, I'm still, my torso isn't as light or as, you know, skinny as I'd like it to be, but a lot of it has come off my legs. My backside's starting to get a bit flat. What they call that, the ozempic bum. Starting to get a wee bit of that. But honestly, nobody's ever going to see me in the all together. For those of you who don't know, I'm divorced. I have a young, well, I was going to say young son. He just turned 20 this summer. And I've been divorced for about 10 years or so now. And I've no interest in any of all that nonsense anymore. But yeah, I'll fill you in next week on the renovations that are happening. That's why a lot of this is just a disaster zone right now, because I'm getting a completely brand new roof on and everything, and so the whole house is basically just the precursor to a building site. And I'll fill you in some of the travel that I'm doing and that I've done, and there's some of the reasons behind some of the savings budgets and topics that I'm going to be obviously working towards. So anyway, that'll do. Wee weight loss update for you, for all my wee old friends, and you know who you are. I'd love to say hi to you again in the chat. So do leave a wee comment, and I you know me, I always try to respond to every single comment going. So we'll leave it there. 20 minutes. Saturday chat with Nat. Take care, folks. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.